Picture this, a star player bursting onto the scene with immense promise, captivating fans with his dazzling skills and undeniable passion for the game. This player, seeming destined to follow a path to conquer world football and etch his name in history, alongside the likes of Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. Unfortunately, this was not the case, as not every story has a fairy tale ending. In this video, we're going to uncover the tale of a football prodigy who early in his career had the world at his feet. But as his career progressed, he faltered in an astonishing turn of events. A player whose name has become synonymous with disappointment, especially during his tenure at Real Madrid. The player who is largely considered the biggest transfer flop in world football history. This player's name is Eden Hazard. Hazard is widely recognized for his contributions to national team, as well as his stints with prestigious clubs like Chelsea and Real Madrid. Known for his overall attacking prowess, he has earned a reputation for his exceptional passing skills and ability to torment defenders. But the story of how Hazard rose to stardom is just as captivating as his skills on the pitch. Growing up in a family of footballers, it's no surprise that Hazard developed a passion for the sport at a young age. In fact, his journey began with a secret adventure. At a tender age, Hazard would sneak onto the playground of his local team without his parents knowing. Little did he know, there were eyes on him from the club, and his talent was discovered when the team's coach paid a surprise visit to his home, praising his skills. From that moment, his parents wholeheartedly supported his aspirations, and Hazard dedicated himself to regular practice, fueled by his dream of becoming a professional footballer. After bouncing around youth clubs in Belgium, Hazard made the move to France in 2005, signing with French club LOSC Lille. He would spend 2 years with the youth academy before officially making his professional debut in 2007 against Nancy in Ligue 1. His move to France turned out to be a blessing in disguise. It didn't take much time for Hazard to adjust to the playing style of Lille. During his time at the club, Hazard made 147 appearances and scored 36 goals. He helped his team lift the Ligue 1 trophy in 2011 and the Coupe de France in 2011 and 2012. On an individual level, he was named to the Ligue 1 Team of Year in 2010 and later in 2011. Hazard's time at Lille was nothing short of remarkable. It is here that he developed into one of the best young players in Europe. His outstanding performances and sky-high upside would warrant him getting the call to play for one of the biggest clubs in the world, Chelsea. The Belgian prodigy made his debut for Chelsea in a pre-season friendly against MLS opposition, Seattle Sounders. From there, he embarked on a remarkable journey at Stamford Bridge. The early days of his Chelsea career were nothing short of promising, as Hazard adjusted to life in the Premier League very quickly. But one interesting story comes to mind when thinking of the beginning of his Chelsea tenure that put a blemish on the perfect season for the footballer. In the 2012-2013 season, there was an incident where he got a little carried away during a match. There was a ball boy who was wasting time, and Hazard lost his patience, kicking the boy out of frustration. Yep, this indeed happened. But here's the thing, even with that hiccup, Hazard's incredible talent couldn't be shadowed by one unfortunate event. He was even nominated for the FIFA Ballon d'Or that same year, which is the highest individual honor a professional footballer can receive. Hazard was an absolute spectacle at Chelsea. His exceptional dribbling, speed, and creativity left spectators in awe. But Hazard wasn't just a showstopper, he was a key, fundamental cog in Chelsea's success. He played a vital role in clinching not one, but 2 Premier League titles. On top of that, he helped the team secure 2 Europa League triumphs and won FA Cup victory. He made an impactful mark on the club with his impressive individual tally of 110 goals and 92 assists in 352 appearances for Cheslayer. What's even more amazing is that most of his contributions came at crucial times when his team needed them the most. He had a remarkable knack for stepping up during big moments of matches. In the 2014-2015 campaign, Hazard was on fire. He scored 24 goals and provided 11 assists in 52 total games with the club. Those goal contributions ended up playing a huge role in Chelsea winning the Premier League and League Cup. It wasn't just about scoring goals though. He was a true magician on the field as well, creating over 100 chances for his teammates and completing a whopping 194 dribbles. This led Hazard to be crowned the PFA Player of the Year this same season. There is not a shadow of doubt that his legacy at Stamford Bridge was legendary. The fans proved their love for Eden Hazard by voting for him as Chelsea's Player of the Year 4 times out of his 7-year tenure with the club. But with all good stories, there is always a twist. Insert Real Madrid. All Real Madrid fans may remember 2018, not only for Gareth Bale's infamous overhead kick in the Champions League final against Liverpool, but this was the same year they lost, arguably, the best player in the world at the time, Cristiano Ronaldo. With the gaping hole left from CR7's departure on the left wing, Real Madrid would turn to none other than Chelsea's Belgian Maestro, Eden Hazard. The move made him the most expensive signing in the club's history, with Madrid paying a total transfer fee of €100 million. Hazard's time at Real Madrid, however, has been fraught with challenges. Far from filling the shoes of Ronaldo, who is the all-time leading goalscorer for the club, Hazard, to this day, has looked a shadow of the player he used to be. But what has led to the drastic drop-off in execution for the player? There is no secret that ever since he joined Real Madrid, he has often been compared to Cristiano Ronaldo and Gareth Bale because all 3 players were involved in high-profile transfers with similar fees. However, when we look at how Ronaldo and Bale thrived during their time at Real Madrid, it only amplifies the disappointment surrounding Hazard's time there. With just a few trophies to his name since joining Real Madrid, Hazard's time at the club has been underwhelming. Meanwhile, Ronaldo's trophy cabinet boasts 5 Champions League titles, and Bale, despite his well-publicized falling out with Zidane, also enjoyed significant success with the club. Hazard's performances on the field have failed to justify his transfer fee, which almost matched that of Bale and Cristiano Ronaldo. Additionally, his frequent injuries have placed a financial burden on the club, with his reported weekly wages amounting to a staggering €400,000 a week. Since his move to Real Madrid, Hazard has been limited to just 66 appearances and has managed to score a mere 16 goals across all competitions. Now, I never was that good at math, but I believe that equates to €6.25 million paid by Madrid for each goal Hazard has scored for the club. That has to make him the biggest transfer flop of all time, right? Now, trying to put a number on his failure is like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded. It's just impossible, but we can definitely talk about the sheer disappointment that surrounded his move to Real Madrid. When Hazard joined Real Madrid, it was a usual deal. Back then, the club invested in players who were already established. For instance, before coming to Real Madrid at a huge transfer sum, Ronaldo was already a star at Manchester United. You see, they had this thing called Galacticos, where they would throw insane amounts of cash at established superstar players. But things have changed now, and Real Madrid fans can thank Hazard for that. His transfer, as we know, turned out to be a major letdown, which made Real Madrid sit up and take notice of their current recruiting strategy. They realized that their approach wasn't cutting it anymore, They needed to shift gears and focus on nurturing and investing in young talent instead. Real Madrid had to learn from the mess that was Hazard's transfer. Now, it is the appropriate time to ask, what went wrong for Eden Hazard at Real Madrid? Why has he struggled so much since joining the club? When looking at Eden Hazard's time at Real Madrid, there are several factors that have contributed to his disappointing spell. First and foremost, injuries have been a major setback for the Belgian. Since joining Real Madrid, he has been plagued by one injury after another. To give you an idea, he has missed a staggering 74 games in just 3 seasons. That's a lot of missed opportunities, especially for such an important player. For example, he hasn't even played in an El Clasico match in 2 years. That's not only a loss for Real Madrid, but for the entire football community, isn't it? He has struggled with persistent issues like patellar tendon irritation and ankle injuries. These recurring problems have kept him out of action for extended periods of time. In addition to his injury woes, Hazard has faced tough competition within the team. Real Madrid has a deep and talented squad with players like Karim Benzema, Vinicius Jr., and Rodrigo in excellent form. So even when he is fit, Hazard is finding it difficult to break into that starting front line. Another factor that may have contributed to his struggles at Real Madrid could be related to his mindset. It's just speculation, but joining a major European club for a record fee can put tremendous pressure on even the best players. Perhaps the weight of expectations and the psychological aspect have played a role in Eden Hazard's underwhelming performance at Real Madrid. It's hard to say for sure. Overall, a combination of injuries, tough competition, and psychological factors may have hindered Hazard's success at Real Madrid. It is really disappointing to see a player of his magnitude take such a drastic decline in his career when taking a move many believe to be great transfer business. It turns out, it may have actually been the worst transfer business ever completed in the history of football. Now, don't get me wrong, Hazard's time at Real Madrid didn't quite live up to the hype. His performances fell short of what everyone expected, considering his reputation and the huge price tag paid for his services. But we all know football is a complicated game. There are so many factors at play, like team dynamics, injuries, and personal mindset. But here's the thing. Hazard isn't alone in facing challenges when moving to a new club and adapting to a different playing style. It happens to some of the best players in the world. It is all about your approach to recover the player you used to be. Keeping this in mind, Hazard has decided to leave Real Madrid a year before his contract ends and will become a free agent after June 30th of this year. The speculation surrounding his future destination includes potential moves to Chelsea, Lille, or even Saudi Arabia. However, uncertainties persist, as there are also discussions about the possibility of Hazard retiring from professional football altogether. But if we were to assess his value in monetary terms, it is evident that his market worth has diminished significantly compared to his illustrious past. As we wrap up this video, would love to hear your thoughts. Why do you believe Hazard experienced a lack of success at Real Madrid after such a promising start to his career with Chelsea? Where does Eden Hazard land in your worst transfers list? And most importantly, where do you think Hazard will find himself playing in the upcoming season? Share your insights in the comments below, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. I appreciate all of your support.